In this video, we're going to discuss census and samples. So a census is a collection of data for the entire population. So nationally, census are taken and every adult is expected to provide data, but it could be on a much smaller scale within a business or a school where data is collected for all of the objects of interest. A sample, on the other hand, is a much smaller way of doing this. It takes a small selection of the population. So, if we look at the advantages and disadvantages of both a census and a sample, so a census is unbiased because it takes data from everyone, it's accurate, and includes the entire population. But the disadvantages are that it's time consuming because you have to get that data from everyone in your population. It's expensive, again, because you have to get data from everyone. It's difficult to make sure the whole population is collected, and it's a lot of data to process once you've got that data. Now, a sample, the advantages are it's much, much cheaper because you're only taking a small selection. It's less time consuming for the same reason, and the data is a lot easier to deal with because there's a lot less of it. Now, the disadvantage is it may be biased because it's not everyone included. So again, it's not completely representative. So if we look at an example, a small factory makes screws. The factory wants to check if the screws being made are the right size. Discuss whether they should use a census or a sample as a way of collecting data. So if they were to take a census, so the data would be more reliable. There's going to be less bias. But on the other side of things, it will cost more for the company. And it would be a lot more time consuming for the company. If they take a sample, it would be cheaper. That's a positive. It would take less time. But the results might be less reliable.